am I so excited to have this box. Heck yes. Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Today, we got some cool stuff to talk about. But first, we're going to have to get the box cutter and open this bad boy. Let's get started. So guys, check this out. CFMOTOUSAparts.com. Remember, discount code REDNECK, capital REDNECK at checkout. They've got a new 40-degree Helix. They've been working on it. This is the Helix that I said they've been working on for the last few months. You guys have been waiting on this Helix. You've already seen my videos talking about this Helix. Check them out. I'll have the videos with this Helix clicked down below in the video description, so you'll be able to check those out. Plus I'll put them at the end card down at the end of this video. This is a 40-degree Helix, and this thing, these are awesome. You definitely want to get one. If you're one of them folks that not really aggressive but you want that extra shift, these are it. Don't worry, we're still selling the other Helix, and CFMOTO USA Parts may possibly become a dealer for those as well. So we'll see how that goes. But guys, they have new polyurethane bushings for your CFMOTOs. Now, I've been informed that they only have the front set for the Z950 available, nothing for the rear yet, but they also have them for the 800 and the 500 Z-Force. So if you do your due diligence and cross-reference your numbers with the parts locator, you may find that some of these may interchange with other machines. So they've been working for the last few months to get these in, and they're continuing to work so they can cover all of the machines. Now, you cannot beat a polyurethane bushing. So they're a little softer than OEM. They're much more durable, and they'll last longer than any OEM bushing on the market. That's just the way that it is. Now here's your smaller ones for like your knuckles on your rear control arms, your hubs, and some of your lower A arms or whatever. Take the smaller ones, not the longer ones. Now guys, keep in mind, anytime that you want to replace these, I do recommend new sleeves and new bolts, at least new sleeves, because what happens is a lot of folks don't grease them. They run their machines in the muck and the water and the nastiness, and the stuff rusts and just it wears, which is normal. The wear is normal, and so the clearances aren't correctly right. So I do recommend a bolt and sleeve kit at the bare minimum, a new sleeve kit at the bare minimum, but I do recommend all of it. If you watch my videos on doing the bushings, which I do have videos, check them out on how to. I replace everything, all new bolts, all new sleeves. I also show you some tips and tricks to keep these guys lubed up quite well. So guys, these are automotive grade bushings, and they will last forever. These things are hard to wear out, and I know that's the #1 wear item on any off-road vehicle, ATV, UTV, is the bushings. That's any brand, that's any make, any model, it's the bushings. Now guys, always remember, when properly caring for your off-road vehicle, you need to always grease any Zerk fittings on your machine, and use what I like to use is marine grease. It holds up the best for those mud and water conditions. It will battle the water very well and repel it. away from all those components that can get damaged from the water and the dirt and the grime. So always use good high quality marine grease on those components, and use a good grease gun, and that will help you keep these boys in good tip-top shape, as well as your wheel bearings. Now guys, I always recommend having a wheel bearing grease tool. This one here is a 30 millimeter. I'm honestly not sure if Current RV sells these or not. Definitely check out their site. If they don't, I'm gonna get with them and see if they can start selling these. So definitely keep an eye out over there. Having a wheel bearing grease tool is a lifesaver, because all you have to do, pull your wheel off, pull your brakes off, pull your knuckle off, shove this in that bearing and give it a squeeze. But I do have a video on how to clean your bearings. So if you've been running around in muck and water, I have a video on how to thoroughly clean all the old grease and dirt and muck out and then re-grease. And remember, too much grease is a bad thing. So don't pump it in there until it's coming out of all the sides and all that stuff. Now, whenever you clean your wheel bearings, you do want to pump this in there until you can take the seal off. I show you exactly how to do this. You can take the seal off and pump it until you see it coming out through the bearings and it be clean grease. If it's not clean, if it's not the same color as your new grease and it's a different color, then you need to re-clean your bearings, and that will extend the life of your bearings and save you some money on maintenance. So here's a quick maintenance tip for you. Now here's the grease that I use. I get this stuff through Napa. It's Wolf's Head, and it's a red grease. It's high temperature resistant, water resistant, approved for disc and drum brakes. So if this gets on your drum, or your brake disc, it's not gonna hurt a thing. It definitely ain't gonna make your brakes squeal, and it will wear off eventually, and it'll run off as it gets hot. This stuff here is what I use in everything. However, there's multiple brands out there. I'm not true to just one brand of grease. I just buy the grease that is really good water resistant, and I've been using this for years. And actually, I got 2,500 miles on my Z-Force, and I just put 2 wheel bearings in. So that's not that bad. And keep in mind, I'm running highway speeds with this thing, plus water and muck and all that stuff. And it was front bearings, and they weren't really bad. They had some play in them, and me riding the road, that's not good. They weren't growling or grinding or anything like that, but with me riding the road, it wasn't good, so I replaced them. Otherwise, if I was just strictly off-road, I'd have sent them, because a little bit of play ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's when they start growling and grinding and making noise, that's when it's gonna hurt. All bearings will have some play to an extent. Mind you, to an extent, not 3 inches on your tire. Just a little bit. All bearings can have some play. So this is the grease that I prefer to use on my machines. Wheel bearings, the bushings, it all works. Permatex Anti-Seize. This is what I use on the bolts that go through the metal sleeves that actually go through here. So you're gonna wanna put grease in there, put your metal sleeve in there after this is in your A-arm, and then you're gonna wanna put this on the bolt, the shaft that goes through there. That's gonna keep that from seizing, because you cannot get grease in there. Whenever you pump these full of grease on your machine, grease only goes to out here and on the inner side. It doesn't go to your bolt on the inside of your sleeve, if you catch what I'm saying. So guys, there's your quick tips for today. Get on over and check out www.cfmotoUSAparts.com, discount code #redneck. Stay tuned, because this 40 degree is going in my wife's 500 trail. We are not going to do an install video, as I have like 50 of those install videos, but we're going to do a riding video and show you guys what a difference these Helixes actually make. All right guys, peace out, God bless. We'll see you in the next one.